What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to our channel, the Retire Rich Club channel. My name is Lyndon Jr. I am not a financial advisor, and these videos are for educational purposes only. Let's talk stocks, y'all. As I look at my cheat sheet, I do have a cheat sheet. This is not a test. I'm not trying to win an Academy Award. I'm trying to talk about stocks, get you into the market. And if you're already into the market, I'm trying to get you on your A game. That's what I'm here to do. So as I look at my cheat sheet here, I want you to know this channel was made with you in mind. Whether a newbie or an experienced person, I feel I have something that can help you along your journey as an investor. I've been investing in stocks for a few years, and I feel that my channel and what I'm trying to provide is something that may be lacking in some of the other videos I see. Besides all the theatrics, if it's just content that you're looking for, I'm really going to try to give you guys some good buying points that I can't tell you what to do, but I want to point out. I want to point out some good buying points on some stocks that have some extreme value that may be overlooked by other channels in general. You do not have to be a millionaire. You do not have to have a six-figure salary to invest into some of these companies that are very valuable. Meme stocks are cool. I understand why they get so much attention. But if you're a serious investor and you're looking to hold on to some good stocks for over 5-10 years, I feel like we're gonna focus in on the companies and maybe even some ETFs that you can start to add to your portfolio that's going to give you a good return. I want to time travel and go back to my first year or my first day as an investor. I use two brokers. One broker that I use is Robinhood, and the other broker that I use is Charles Schwab. Robinhood by far is the simplest and easiest platform that you can use as a new person investing in stocks. I have a Charles Schwab account to get penny stocks and to have another broker that has a wider range of stocks to offer, and even some of the option choices are greater with companies like not companies but brokers like Charles Schwab. With that said, so as I'm time traveling, I'm going back to when I first was investing. I only had Robinhood when I first started, and I was able to increase my skills with a fairly small amount of money. It's not about the money that you start with. It's about learning, getting the mistakes out of your system, and really getting your skills, increasing your skills. And you don't have to have 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand in your account to do this. You can have $100 in your account. You can have $200 in your account. And if you just look at the percentage of your returns from the choices that you are making, you will be able to handle 10,000, 20,000 when that comes into your finances. So don't overlook starting tomorrow and just starting with $25 or $5, even if it's $1. Use this time to get into the market, right? Because let me backtrack as well why you should get into the market. We're in a state of inflation. It's not the first time, but this has been a recent thing going on. And with inflation going, it's already here actually. And some of the things you may normally buy and see the prices going up. One thing that never gets inflated is your income. Okay, I don't care what kind of profession you have. A majority of us, our salary has been the same. I mean, you might get little increases on your job, but you're not going from 50,000 to 90,000 without working a lot of overtime. Your base salary is going to be your base salary for the most part. But inflation, though, your orange juice will go from $2.99 to $4.50. Your eggs can go from 2 and change to 4 and change. Your gas can go from 3 something to 6 something. You get what I'm saying. So one of the things that you need to do to hedge yourself from inflations and just giving yourself assets that are gonna increase in time, unlike your salary. You may be making a fairly good salary, but your salary is it's not gonna it doesn't go to the value of inflation as most of us would like it to. It's just the way it's cut out. It's not fair. I don't want to get on a political rant, but you have to understand the environment you're in. And if you're not an entrepreneur, if you don't have your own business, if you're not doing things of that nature, then your best bet is to invest in stocks. It's not your only alternative, but it's one of the things you should do is invest a little bit of money into the stock market. And I'm here to tell you as a retail investor who doesn't put a lot of money into stocks, you do see the power that investing in the market can do, and it's going to make you want to put more money in. You're going to learn, and I'll teach you guys, or I'll bring to your attention some of the ways you can invest safely. Yes, you can invest safely in the stock market. Okay, if you're at home, you don't have an account, I want you to stop what you're doing. Right? Let me shout you out, because you're probably a cousin, you're probably a friend, you might be an aunt, you may be an uncle, you may be a coworker. I'm talking to you. I know you. I'm gonna post this on my Facebook, let alone YouTube, but I'm gonna reach people that I know first. I may not have saw you for the past 10 years, but I still know you. And if we're still friends, you're gonna see this video first. So I'm talking directly to you. If you're not investing into the stock market, I want you to challenge yourself and open up an account, use Robinhood. I'm going to post some videos on the channel walking you through step by step how to set it up. It's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you have, if you're older, if you're over 40 years old and you may not be the most savvy person with technology, it's nothing to be fearful of. Grab a cousin, grab a nephew or niece that could do the stuff with their eyes closed and say, hey, I just finished watching a video from Griff or from Lynn or from JR, whatever you call me. And you know what? I gotta get into this stock thing. I've been hearing about it, and I think it's time for me to invest, open up an account. A matter of fact, you can open up a custodial account for your kids. I have a custodial account and for my daughter, and I'm just excited to see money going into her account, seeing that she's making a profit, and she's not even 3 years old yet. And that's something that I know my mom, my dad would have done for me if they were aware of stocks at that time. But that's the beautiful thing about technology. That's the beautiful thing about where we're at in society is things are more out in the open. People are more forthcoming with information and ways that they make money. So our parents had excuses, their parents had excuses, but this generation, or the kids that are coming up in this generation, we as parents should be definitely leaving them some assets in stocks, and set up a custodial account, put some money into your kid's account. So there's so many things that we can't control, but one thing we can control is what we do with our money. We can't say how the world's going to be 21 years from now. We don't know if it's going to be spinning. I hope it is. But one thing that I will do is, while I'm here and while things look the way it looks, and I can put $1 into investing, I'm going to put $1 into investing. All right, so as I look at my cheat sheet, as I said, I'm speaking to you. I know you. You don't have an account. Set up an account with Robinhood. All right, walk through it. I'll post a video, or you can even research on YouTube real quick some of the quick videos. There's so many videos showing you how to do it, and just set it up, man. It takes 2 or 3 days for your checking account to clear, and you can put the money in by this week. You'll see this video Monday. You go set up your account, and by Wednesday you can make your first purchase of a stock. And with Robinhood, the beautiful thing is you can buy fractional shares. And fractional shares means you could basically put as little as 1 penny into whatever company you want. So I'm pretty sure you guys all know Apple, you all know Amazon. You're ordering from their website every day, getting packages sent to your home. For you open up Robinhood, you can invest $1 a month into um, Robinhood if you wanted to. Now, most of us I know can do way better than that. I'm just being extreme right now. So I want you, if you don't have an account already, it's 2021. You have the funds lying around the bank. You sit down, calculate what's a comfortable amount for you. Everybody financial requirements are different. I'm not here to tell you to put your last dollar into stocks. I'm just speaking to the people who may have a little bit of money lying around, or who can put as little as $25 a month into something. $25 a month. If you can do $25 a month, that's my challenge to you. I'll give you the safe stocks that I think you can put that money into and not have to really worry about dropping to zero unless there's a market crash, which can happen. I don't want to scare you yet. You didn't put your money in yet. I don't want to scare you. But there are safe ways that you can invest. There's something called a stop loss. You can invest your money into stocks. You can set up a stop loss that if you buy Apple at $1, and if Apple falls below 30%, it will automatically sell your shares and you will keep the remainder balance of what you have in your account. I think a lot of people that may be fearful of stocks are fearful of just flat out losing all their money. You're telling me to invest into stocks? What if I wake up tomorrow morning and there's a market crash and I lose all my money? I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy. I'm not doing that. Well, setting up a stop loss will help you for avoiding something like that. Stop losses do not protect you when the market is closed. The market opens from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. They have extended hours now. That's neither here nor there. But what happens overnight, what happens overnight can change. You can't control that. But when the market is open, your stop loss is there to stop you from losing money. And another thing I would advise you of doing, I'm sorry, I'm hitting the table, vibrating. Another thing I would advise you to do is to invest what you are willing to lose. Okay, let me say that again. Another recommendation, right? Because I know you, and you know me somehow, some way. I'm speaking to you. There may be people that this reaches that I don't know, but I'm speaking to you because I know you. You're going to get your account set up this week. You're going to use Robinhood or any other free commission broker. And by Wednesday, you should be able to buy your first stock and let me know that you bought your first stock. You saw the video. I told you what's the easiest platform, Robinhood. I told you just go watch a video, type in, logging, setting up an account with Robinhood. If you don't know how to do it yourself, it'll take you about probably 10 minutes. Okay, set up your checking account, and by Wednesday, 2 to 3 days, by Wednesday or Thursday, you'll be ready to put money into your account and make your first purchase and experience the power of investing. And you're gonna feel great, man. You're gonna feel great. Now, in the mix of doing all that, you're gonna learn companies that you may have. You're gonna learn companies that you buy every day, or you are you're entwined some way, like Nikes. You all wear Nikes. You should be. You can invest in Nike. You own Apple products. You should be investing in Apple. It just makes sense to invest into some of these things that you're putting your money into every day. If you shop at Target, you should be putting money into Target. These are all choices. You don't have to have the most knowledge in all the companies in the world. These things are right in front of your face. And these companies, if you check their 5-year return, their 1-year return, they're always making money. So you gotta give yourself Let me know what your fears are, or ask yourself what your fears are, and give yourself a shot, man. Just start from somewhere. I was supposed to put this video out from January. I've been telling my wife, I've been telling this one, that one, I'm gonna do my own videos, talk about stocks, and I've been how you say that word? Procrastinating, and that's not good. You push one thing back a month, and it turns into 3 months, 6 months. If you haven't invested for the year, you should get into it, and you should learn. Don't only watch this channel. There's a lot of channels out there. I'm even going to highlight some of the channels I watch next video, because the more channels you watch, the more perspective you gain. Everybody has different strategies, and some people focus on different things. With me, I'm all about value stocks. I have friends that chase other stocks, but it's a good balance, because they know when I call them, I'm going to talk about value stocks. And I know when I talk to them, they might give me some stocks that I may not have time to really be following, because, time is of the essence, and I don't have all the time in the world. But somebody might give me a jump on some stocks that I may not be following. And we're going to build a community of people who are into stocks. And that's how we're going to win. So, yeah, I said a lot. I did say a lot. But I want you to get that account set up. I want you to make your first purchase by this week. And I want you to let me know that you did it. I don't want to take the credit. I just want to congratulate you in advance for setting up your account, man, and doing something that your kids can do. Once you do it, your kids are going to do it. And that's going to be the new cycle. So let's break that cycle. Let's pop an imaginal bottle, pour some glass, and I'll take a drink with you for breaking that cycle and getting into the stock market. Let me look at my cheat sheet. So I told you guys about Robinhood, and I told you guys I time traveled and went back into my beginning stages. I had Robinhood. I didn't have much money into my account, but I still practiced. I still bought companies, still made mistakes, and that's how you're going to learn. You're not going to be a master in the market by just sitting and not getting in the game. You got to get yourself in the game, y'all. So get in the game, open your account, be a safe investor, be a smart investor, and put in what you're willing to lose. You say, hey, I only got $100 to put into the market this year. I'm going to tell you, well, you know what? Put that $100 in, and I'm going to show you how to get 30%. I'm going to give you 30%. I'm going to show you how to get 30%. And next year, you're going to have $130, and you're going to get another 30%. I'm with you. Whatever your money could do, I'm with you. So let's do it. Now, I want to talk about earnings. Earnings are something that's going to happen every week. Every week, different companies put out earning statements, and this is a real big thing, because it gives investors it gives investors an up-to-date reflection of their companies, if they're making money or they're losing money. We want to know what's going on with your company, and it's been this way for a long time. Reporting at least every 3 months of what's going on with the company, and we follow these things. So this week there's not many big companies that you may know, popular companies on the earnings list, but one company that I recognize that you should know is a company called Adobe. They're a tech company. They're one of the exemplary companies in the tech world, and we definitely are going to talk about them next video. We're going to see how they do, and we're going to, I'm going to let you guys know, maybe it might be a good buying point. Maybe we might get some price targets going up, and we might see if we might want to get in there. So we're going to touch base on that. Last week we had some earning statements that came out, and I want to highlight two of them. One was Chewy. Chewy is an e-commerce company. You might have heard of Chewy. You might use Chewy. Another, once again, example, you might use Chewy and you don't even invest in Chewy. Nothing wrong if you don't, but it's very interesting that we or you buy into companies, and some of us find it so hard to put a little bit of money into those same companies to make us more money. So that was just a sidetrack. Now back to the earnings report from Chewy. Chewy had a earnings statement that came out. It really wasn't that bad, but the market did not take too liking to it, and it did go red. Red means that they lost a couple of dollars for the day. Might have been about $4. I believe the stock is at around $72 at the recording, or somewhere around there. But this is a good buying point for some people who are familiar with the company and they want to get a growth company. Chewy is it. Chewy is gonna be big, y'all. They might play games with what's the price of the company, but once it finds some good support and starts going back up, hopefully you would have purchased some shares and or just put some money into a company like Chewy. They're good. They're good. Another highlight was a company called ASO. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. ASO, I don't want to give you guys wrong information, is Academy Sports Outdoor. The ticker again is ASO, Academy Sports Outdoor. This company is a small cap company. Basically means that they're not that big yet, but they're like the student of the month. They're getting an A+ on everything. You know them students that just get A+, honor roll. That's them right now. They've been reporting some real good earnings statements, and they've opened up a few hundred stores throughout the U.S. Some of you guys may have drove by and seen them. And once again, your investing cap should come on when you recognize a company and you hear it as a stock. You should say, hey, I'll put a couple of dollars with those guys and try to make some money. That's what I did. I got a little 10 shares with ASO because I like what's going on with them. And I wouldn't go too heavy because they're still a company that's growing, and as fast as things go up, they can come down. But I feel like 10 shares is a nice number of shares to have. I may try to get more depending on news. News is always changing, but they're my highlight for last week's earnings. They had a real good earnings, a lot of good things about that company. Look at my cheat sheet. I could do that. I could cheat with you guys, right? That's not a problem. All right, so I want to talk about some stocks that did real good last week that should be on your radar for all my investors who already are in the game and looking for them stocks that are moving. Oh, I got some that's moving for you. So let's talk about Zoom. Everybody knows Zoom. A lot of us use Zoom. Zoom had a real good week and they had a real good month. Zoom was real high in 2020. They got knocked down a little bit. If I say high, the price was high for Zoom last year. They entered 2021 kind of on the decline, and now they're going back up. So once again, you can buy high, you can buy low. If the company is good and nothing's changed, they're not going bankrupt, they're not losing money, this is usually a buying opportunity. And I'm even looking to get into something with Zoom on Monday. When I put this up and you see it, I'm already going to be trying to get into Zoom because it's a buying opportunity. And their last earnings was great. Their last two earnings was great, and they haven't taken a step back since COVID. COVID caused a lot of attention to Zoom, and a lot of the market and investors thought that activity wouldn't keep up, but it has, and Zoom is doing great, and the price is right. So I'm gonna jump on Zoom this week. Another company is called RingCentral. RingCentral is a tech company, communication company. They win so many awards for high achievement as a company. They're a real good company. Only thing about tech companies that I kind of have a little bit of, I wouldn't say fear, but I don't like to hold too much tech companies in my portfolio is because a lot of tech companies don't make profits, and their valuations are real high because that's just how tech companies are evaluated, because tech runs the world, and it costs a lot of money to provide these services and these things. But the market tends to play this game with tech, where tech goes up, tech comes down, and unless you're buying at a good point, I personally don't own too much tech companies. I used to love a lot of tech companies, but I've got burned too many times. So unless the price is right and I'm buying on the low end, like in this scenario, Ring Central is a buy. They got hammered and they found some support. They're going back up. And you still got to use caution if you get into this company. If you're an investor who's buying a lot of companies already, if you get into Ring Central, you might want to set your stop loss at 20%. You never know when it might moonwalk on you. It might moonwalk on you. You know, it might moonwalk back, and we don't like that. But any investment, there's always a risk involved. So never look at these other channels and take a recommendation and think that it can't go wrong on you. Oh, it can go wrong on you. So you gotta do your work and make sure you set your stop loss. Make sure you're checking it every day, but also understand that stocks go up and down, and you have to be willing to lose something. Any investment that I make into the stock market, I always ask myself, how much am I willing to lose? And I'm always honest of what that percentage could be. I can't give you a percentage on stocks that are kind of on the cheaper side, with small market caps, but this is why I like to invest in companies like, a Home Depot or a Target, companies that have a large market cap. It takes a lot for these companies to move. So if you're buying a company that has a large market cap, the value of the overall company is real high, it's going to take a lot to move it up or down. And I can have a fair percentage of what I'm willing to lose, knowing that I really shouldn't lose that much with you if you're supposed to be this big and that good. It's going to take some real bad news, some real bad business to bring you down. So if I go into Apple with $1,000, I'm going to be willing to lose maybe 20%. I might be willing to lose, because Apple really shouldn't drop 20%. It's such a big company. So that would be an example of me entering an investment just blindly saying I won $1,000. I'm gonna put it into Apple, because Apple's a good company. And if I told you how much I'm willing to lose, I'll probably say 20%, maybe 21%, just to give it the extra percent of something happening and then it going back up, which can happen as well. You got to be willing to let the stock fluctuate. That's what stocks do. They go up, they go down. But we want that to happen within a rational, movement. So without going too far on a tangent on that, as I look at my cheat sheet, I told you guys about Zoom. Jump on Zoom if you haven't. If you're investing and buying, check them out. Ring Central, another one. And lastly, there's a company ticker ILMN. ILMN. I believe it's pronounced Illumina. I may be pronouncing that wrong. They are a biosequencing company. They're one of the biggest. This company is supposed to be leading in that niche, and gene sequencing is a real big thing in the future. A lot of the diseases that we are prone to knowing people have may be easily fixed in the near future due to companies like this. It's probably one reason why I follow this company, just from a learning and a knowledgeable state, is just to know where the future is taking us with these companies. That's another reason to follow stocks. From an investment side, that's the obvious. But even from a learning, being aware of what's going on in the present and future, you follow some of these medical companies, you'll be amazed at what's going on and what these people are trying to do. Some of it is a little scary, and some of it is very inspiring for some of the ailing diseases and illnesses that so many people have to go through, to know that it's going to be a day where that can be fixed at birth and stuff like that. It's real interesting, and it's like I said, one of the highlights to just following the market and seeing different companies. So LIMN, I look at my cheat sheet here. They're up about they went up about 8% for the week. If you're into options, I'm speaking to my investors who would like to buy options. I don't believe they have a lot of volume, so you might not get a good option play with them, but they might be a good purchase for you to drop that bag and take a little 30% run up. You might get that with ILMN, Illumina. And that's another thing I want to point out before I close out is there's a lot of ways you can invest into a stock. You can buy options. I'm gonna get into options in another video, but don't overestimate the simple buying, and holding of a good company and trying to make a little 20%, 30%. You do that 10 times, that's 300%. All right. So if you buy a company that gives you a 30% return and you buy at the right time and you get that 30% return in a month or 2 months, imagine if you did that 10 times for the year. That's 300% of whatever you were willing to invest within those times, right? So if you have $1,000 and you do this trick, not trick, but if you do this kind of investing, because it's not a trick. If you have $1,000 and you show patience and you know who the good companies are, and when you see them at a low moving average and you dive in and you get your indicators telling you to buy and you buy, you can turn $1,000 into $3,000 by just doing that. No options, just good old fashioned buying a company when it's not at its high and selling it, when it gets to that point. Something that it's an old school way of investing, but I still do that from time to time. And I'm actually considering jumping into ILMN, Illumina. I'm actually thinking of getting into them this coming week. I'm definitely getting into Zoom. I already have a option play with Ring Central. I might share with you guys how I do with that next week. And in closing, this light is bright. I know my forehead might be dripping. In closing, I want to say there's 3 keys. There are 3 keys in the stock market. One key is knowing what to buy. The next key is knowing when to buy. And the last key is knowing when to sell. All right. Those are the 3 keys, y'all. If you don't come back to this page, I want to give you those, not page, channel, so many different social media outlets. Those are the 3 keys I want to give you with this first video that you could take with you. You could take them keys and go anywhere you want to go. Take it wherever you want to go. But you got to know what to buy, right? If you don't know what to buy, you ain't going to be able to even make no money. All right. But once you know what to buy, now the next step is to know when to buy it, right? Because you can know what to buy, but if you buy it at the wrong time, then you ain't making no money, right? So that's the second key. And the last key is knowing when to sell. One of my good friends that I talk stocks with, he has a hard time selling when he's in the green and he's up so high. He just thinks it could go higher. And I actually convinced him to sell an option that he had, and he made about $1,400 off of Tesla. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna put him out there like that. But I definitely saw his profit and said, if you don't sell those 2 contracts and get that $1,400 profit, I'm not talking to you next week or maybe for the whole month. I had to really, let them know, like, you got to sell that. Like, you can't show me that and then tell me tomorrow you lost it. I think he actually did that once already. So shout out to him. He knows who he is. Take that profit. Take that profit and challenge yourself to do it again. And look at my cheat sheet. Oh, so I gave you guys the 3 keys, right? Gave you the 3 keys. And I also want to drop a nice saying or phrase that I like. Investing is it's not only a choice, but it's also a skill. Investing is not only a choice, but it's also a skill. I hope that you guys that are not investing, if you had the thought of investing in your mind, in your heart, and you needed to just have somebody that looks like you, talks like you, shine some light on them doing it, and just saying that it's been a positive journey. I'm not rich, I'm not retiring yet, but I do believe in the near future that as I get more skilled and making more savvy investments, I do believe that I will retire rich, and I'm hoping that I don't have to retire at the age of whatever they say to keep making a paycheck. But that's only going to happen by becoming a better investor. And I also, in closing, want to emphasize that on this channel, it's not only going to be about stocks. I'm into anything that's going to bring a return on investment. So to all my entrepreneurs, people who may have investments outside the stock market, I am begging you to email me at retirerichInvestors@gmail.com. I'm going to say the name again, retirerichInvestors@gmail.com. You can email me at that address, and let me know some of the different investment choices that you guys may be in that's making you some money, because stocks are not the only things out there that you could put your money into and get a return on. I'm researching that right now and hoping if that's something you're into, subscribe, come into the club. I got the seat for you. I got the bottle set for you. Share with us and let us know some investment opportunities that we may not know. And let's grow as a channel. Let's grow as a community of investors, and let's win big, y'all. Till next time, next week, hopefully.